What is up, my ninjas? This is Ninjashark on one here, back with another video. So in today's video, we're finishing talking up about Naruto. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the fourth grade ninja war. We kind of have to. So without further ado, wait, hold on. I feel like you're about to like the video. I feel like you're about to subscribe as well, and I feel like you're also about to comment, on the video. So yeah, go ahead and do that before you watch the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop on into it. So we're gonna just pick up where we left off. Naruto became the hero of the village. It's kind of short-lived because Sasuke started to do a lot of really terrible things, which I really kind of like this side of him. He kind of was like, I grew up thinking that my brother was the villain. Come to find out, everybody else is the villain. And like you can kind of feel for him because like a lot of people are like, oh, Sasuke's like a terrible character because like he's just so moody. I feel like if you were basically brought up to think that your family was the villain, come to find out that somebody else was like basically like, oh no, you gotta do this, you would be upset too. So he was doing some really crazy things, like when he was about to like kill Danzo. But who's really on Danzo's side? I'll wait. And if you're on Danzo's side, then you probably you got something like you gotta watch out for you. So yeah, I would be upset too, so justified. But his beef should have been with the village, like the Hidden Leaf village, not with everyone else per se, because like he took the Raikage's arm off. Like that thing was just went like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have an armor now. That's me. I'm the Raikage. He even fought Gaara. Everybody was just fighting Sasuke, and then like he was about to kill Sakura because I guess he was just like really just trying to like do that whole I'm alone. He activated his Susanoo. He caused Danzo to kill himself, and Danzo did that. Anyways, so he fights Naruto. Madara Uchiha's like, we gotta start a war. And then one of the biggest things that Sakura did that made me really not care for her character, which again, it's not her fault, it's just the writing. She basically confessed her love to Naruto just so he wouldn't go get Sasuke or whatever, and it was just really like, it was just an awkward scene. Like it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in the story. It's weird. But they prep him for the war. The 5 nations have to come together because all the previous wars have been the 5 nations against each other. This is a war where the 5 nations have to be together. And I really liked how they did that. Excuse me. I really liked how they did that, because it really just goes to show like we all have a common enemy and we can work together. But all the while, Naruto and Sasuke aren't a part of it yet, because Sasuke is getting Itachi's eyes because Sasuke was going blind after using the Mangekyo Sharingan a lot. That's one thing too. If you use the Mangekyo Sharingan a lot, you have potential of going blind. That rule just does not apply to Kakashi. We'll get to that soon. And Naruto, they have him at Turtle Island, basically trying to control his tail beast with A-Tails, Killer B. Which he did get that sick chakra mode, but they're not a part of it yet. And the villains that they will be fighting, which I think is a cool concept in the beginning, but like one of my pet peeves about the reanimation jutsu is reanimations are basically immortal. And if you don't realize, I'm gonna have a lot of things to say about this arc, not like I did with the other ones, because I did say like the part 3 was gonna be like what I wish could have improved, and this is what I wish could have improved, because you have these reanimated ninja, all these important ninja, which was really cool. I really liked it. We got to see some ninja that didn't have a lot of time come back. Well, not a lot of time, but some cool ninja come back. Like Kimaru came back, and Chiyo came back, but Chiyo's alright. Asuma came back. That was pretty cool. And also we got to see some ninja that we had nothing like we knew about, but we didn't really know anything about. Like the Seven Swordsmen, we actually got to see them in action. And then like we got to see Kinkaku and Ginkaku, and like I don't know if they were ever like hinted in the show slash manga, but they came in. But then they were just the fourth grade ninja war is honestly, in my opinion, the weakest part of Naruto. So I'm gonna have a lot of things to say. And again, if whatever you guys think, like, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Because if you can like be like, oh well, this is why this happened, I'll be like, oh, maybe. But they basically no repercussions really happened. It was really like one of those things where it was like they were just gonna beat the reanimated ninja regardless, no matter who they were. Like, except for when Madara Uchiha actually got reanimated. Like, they even reanimated some of the previous Kage, and it would have been cool to kind of like, if they would have done more, if that makes sense. But it was kind of like, as soon as Naruto figured out that the war was happening, came to the battlefield, him and Killer Bee got past Tsunade and the Raikage. He got to the battlefield and kind of just like was cleaning up everything. And don't get me wrong, we had some really cool fights. Like Kakashi got to fight Zabuza again. That was dope. We got to see Sai come to terms with his dead brother. That was cool, I guess. But again, Sai's really not a character that I'm kind of like head over heels for. He's kind of sucky. I'm sorry if like anybody is like a really big Sai fan. I just don't care for him. He's not that great. And then again, like once Naruto got to the battlefield, it kind of was a wash. He got the chakra mode, and he was just doing a lot, and then basically took out some of the Kages. Madara Uchiha showed up. He kind of helped with that. Left because that was just a shadow clone. Like, he disappeared. And then the Kages fought. The living Kages were fighting Madara. So it was Gaara, the Tsuchikage. I think his name is like, I don't know. Oniki, I think. Mei, which was the Mizukage, and Tsunade. And they're all fighting them, but you're kind of like, oh wow, they actually have a fighting chance. They didn't, and they never really did, because Madara just kept doing things. Like, he had wood clones, he had Susanoo with his wood clones, he had the Rinnegan, he has his Mangekyo Sharingan, and so many more abilities that just really kind of made it seem like the Kages were just used to show how strong he was. And it just wasn't great. And then like on the other side, we have, well, I'm not gonna say it wasn't great, but like one of the biggest things that I say is I wish that the stakes were higher, because we're really looking at it, if we're looking at it this way, he didn't kill any of them. All of them survived. If we really wanted to see how strong Madara was and how ruthless that this man was, he would have at least like offed 2 or 3 of them, in my opinion. But whatever, I guess. But then like Naruto's fighting the Jinchuriki, and I think that this was a really cool moment, like the reanimated Jinchuriki. He was fighting them, and he actually got to like talk to Son Goku and Roshi, which that was a really cool. I like that. And then like got to talk to all the other ones, and like they actually like put their energy into him. But then like he got another mode, which was, again, it didn't, I know he came to terms with the Nine Tails, but it didn't feel earned. No offense to Naruto, it kind of didn't feel earned. And I kind of like seen people say that as well. If you have if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section below. But I don't know how to feel about it. And then like the Shinobi Alliance came in, and come to find out that Obito was the man behind the mask, and Obito is Kakashi's former teammate that he thought died, but turned bad because Rin died. But a lot of people are like, well, Obito didn't turn bad because Rin died. He turned bad because the world was bad. But what was the trigger of it? Obito and Madara are working together. Madara somehow beat, and then all while this is happening, Sasuke wakes up. His eyes are different. There's just so much going on, and not in a good way. Sasuke wakes up and they fight Kabuto because Kabuto is like the one behind all the reanimation, and like Kabuto was never a villain where I was like, ooh, he's gonna be like important. I didn't care for Kabuto that much, and I don't know if anybody else did, but he wasn't that interesting. And basically they beat him, and he ended up reversing the reanimation, but Madara somehow beat it. So he's with Obito, and they're fighting the Shinobi Alliance, and the only important casualty in the entire ninja war was Neji. Neji was basically set up to bridge the gap between the main branch and the side branch. And then he died, trying to protect Naruto and Hinata. And it was just really annoying because Neji was actually a really good character that had so much going on for him, and then just died. And it was really sad. I remember reading the chapter. I think it's chapter 614 or 613, one of the two. And he died. But there were no other casualties fighting Obito Uchiha and Madara Uchiha. But that's besides the point. So then after Sasuke and Itachi do their thing, Sasuke ends up going to the Leaf Village with Jugo and Suigetsu and reanimating the Kage, which was really cool. I really like that. Reanimating the Kage, Sasuke actually getting an answer for himself. As you can tell, this is one of the moments that I like because my face lit up. And he actually got to hear the story about everything that was going on, and Sasuke got to make his own decision on what he wanted to do. Fast forward, the Kage end up going to the battlefield to help, which is really cool because you get to see all four Hokage in action. Sasuke ends up joining the battlefield, says he wants to become the Hokage. That was wild. And it was a really good moment of like all the previous Genin like seeing Sasuke, and they're kind of just like, oh wow, like Sasuke's back, that's crazy. Especially like Naruto and Sakura, which I'm pretty sure Naruto kind of figured that Sasuke was going to be there because it's Sage Mode. Not entirely sure. But they're fighting the Ten Tails, and the because the Ten Tails happen. I didn't even say all that. Like, the Ten Tails have been activated, and they're fighting it, and like they're kind of covering ground. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. And then Obito absorbs the Ten Tails, and that's where it was just like, what? And then like continuity error, because like apparently Obito couldn't use his Sharingan ability, like the Mangekyo, because Obito has Kakashi's other eye, you know. So Obito gave Kakashi the eye, but he couldn't use it when he was in the Ten Tails. And then Naruto talked no jutsu to Obito, and then Obito's like, I'll bring everyone back to life. Come to find out, he only brought Madara back to life. Madara gets one of his Rinnegan, absorbs the Ten Tails because it was extracted out of Obito. Before he did all that though, he took Naruto's tail beast, which was raw. Like Madara is raw. He took the tail beast, he killed Sasuke, like he stabbed him through the chest, what I think was his heart. Both of them were just like on their deathbeds. And this is where I'm kind of like, I don't like. Come to find out they're reanimations of reincarnations, not reanimation, reincarnations of like the Sage of Six Paths kids. So it really kind of, I remember somebody said this, it really kind of put into perspective of like Naruto was the knuckleheaded ninja. But if we're really being completely honest, he was always destined to be powerful. So it kind of just put all his hard work beside him because he's a reincarnation of God's son. But one of the best fights that came from this was Guy going the 8th and final gate, which was really cool. I really enjoyed that. It was so dope. All of what he was doing was really cool. And it was impactful because it really just goes to show, like, the 8 gates has been hinted at, like, Gate of Death. It's called the Gate of Death. And he used it, and he was so strong. In my opinion, after using the Gate of Death, the user should die. I get what they were trying to do with the whole Naruto is like now like super powerful because like Hagoromo gave both him and Sasuke power-ups. Naruto basically brought him back to life. Guy should have died. That I feel like that was the end of his character. He should have been done. And then Naruto and Sasuke both got power-ups. Naruto got a Sage of Six Paths-ish power-up. Sasuke got a Rinnegan. And then, like, they were beating Madara, and then he went and took Kakashi's eye out. And then used it, even though Kakashi's eye is meant to be used for long distance, and Obito's is short distance, but Madara used it for short distance, even so it's supposed. As you can see, I'm just kind of getting tired of talking about it because, like, there's so many issues with the 4th grade Ninja War, and it's just, I wish that it could be rewritten, but, like, the story's already done. And, because, like, Obito and Sakura were in the Kamui dimension because, they were helping out Naruto, and Obito was like, hey, yo, take out my eye. I don't get why Sakura didn't do it. There was no real reason why she didn't. But Madara ended up getting his eye, and he ended up casting the Infinite Tsukuyomi, and come to find out Black Zetsu is one of the final villains. No one really ever paid attention to Black Zetsu, so like the shock factor was like, it wasn't like a, oh my gosh, it was like a, what? And then Kaguya, the mother of the Sage of Six Paths, gets birthed from Madara. And then everything just was like kind of like really stupid. They had to fight her, but like she was kind of broken, but then they end up still beating her. And then Obito kind of came to terms with himself, I guess. He ended up using the Kamui to, she shot like these things that kind of like if it went into you, you just crumbled and died. Obito used the Kamui on one of them and then took the other one head on. He died, and then Naruto was like, Obito was a pretty cool guy. Yeah, this is the person that killed your parents, dude. And then like his ghost ended up giving Kakashi the double Mangekyo Sharingan, which that Kakashi, like a dual Mangekyo Sharingan of like the those Sharingan is actually really powerful. But then like they do that, and like they beat Kaguya, which is really bad. She was not an interesting villain. They should have kept Madara. They really should have. Then after that, we get Naruto versus Sasuke, which I thought was really good. Like, I wanted it because I guess it kind of needed to happen. It didn't really matter to happen, if we're being honest. It didn't need to happen, but it happening was good. So yes, that's the best part. That and Night Guy, like guy in the 8th gates, but also, you know, Sasuke getting a Rinnegan, all this stuff. Yeah. Overall, again, the 4th grade Ninja War just wasn't that great. I feel like it was just the factor of like, we're just gonna bring back a lot of characters that you guys liked. We're gonna bring back new characters that really aren't important, and then we're gonna bring in Madara. And yeah, it just wasn't that great to me. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I wish it didn't end like that. So, and that's basically the end of Naruto. Like, they fight, they both lose an arm, and then Sasuke's like, I was wrong. That's it. And then there's a time skip, basically. Then Sasuke's like, I gotta go atone for my sins, and then leaves the village like he already did. And then there's a time skip where Boruto happens, which that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to talk about Boruto on this channel. It's not. The manga's cool. Naruto just should have ended after this though. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As you can see, again, I don't feel as strongly for the 4th grade Ninja War as I do for the previous parts, because it was like a small showcase of like all the other characters, but it wasn't good enough in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you totally disagree with my opinion, that's valid. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you and peace out.